half-ass loading up. That's why I just stream on this phone now, man, because this phone has been fucking up. Oh, now it's working. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us the truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful like Akim, teaching and preaching his truth with all righteousness and sincerity. We the Israelites that have prophesied the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. As always, our focal point is measuring the time diligently on the earth and mating it to the biblical prophecies, and that will give the Lord's elect warning of things that will surely come to pass. All right. These lessons, the street speaking, is for the remnant, the elect of Israel, the Most High. Right. It's nothing but death, destruction, chaos, pandemonium, love of many waxing cold. Esau, Edom coming down with great wrath. You know, there's a lot of talks about the transitioning to a new financial system. You hear about the Fed now, which is supposed to launch in July. And then you also hear about this Unicoin, all right? Which is this a digital currency. You know, everything is being set in order so Esau can transition to this next stage of the game, all right? Heavenly Father name is Yahawah, his only begotten Son name is Yahawashi. And those are the only names whereby men shall be saved, right? And we're gonna start off in Proverbs 1 and 20. And you know, all right, wherever bros wanna hop in, speak on it.
And this is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Now the wisdom that it's talking about is this information that we're coming out with. You know, and it starts off with our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. The wisdom, the truth is going to be uttered in the streets, all right, on the highways and the byways. Can we get that real quick? Matthew 22. Our Lord Yahawashi sent out the disciples by twos, told them to go out on the highways and the byways, right?
This is Matthew 22 and verse 9. It reads, "Go you therefore into the highways, and as many as you shall find, bid to the marriage."
And the marriage is the joining together of the Israelites to the Heavenly Father through his Son Yahawashi by way of this doctrine. So when Yahawashi was commanding his disciples to go out, he told them to go out there on the highways and the byways and bid them into the marriage. And that's what we're doing. We bidding the elect to the marriage. Now, part of this truth, you will get the good and the bad. Can we get that?
Yes, going back to Matthew.
That's the sweet and the bitter.
Yeah. So you're going to get both sides. You know, a newly tuning in, Akim, or brother. Akim in the Hebrew is brothers, right? You know, you may see, oh, why is it so much, you know, rebukes going out? Why is it so much, you know, contention with other camps? Because a part of this truth, you're going to draw in the good and the bad. You're going to draw in the elect, the good ground, and then you're going to draw in the stony ground, man. You know, the Israelites that the truth can't penetrate fully.
Matthew 22 and verse 10. It reads, "So those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found."
Now, the servants are the prophets, Amos 3 and 7. "Surely the Lord will do nothing but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets."
The says both bad and good.
So this truth draw in good and bad. Right?
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Yeah.
And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on the wedding garment.
Now the wedding garment or your covering, the holy garments is this truth. You're supposed to be covered with the spirit of truth. Covered with the names, covered with the understanding, the breakdowns, and of the secrets and the mystery here in the scripts. Things concerning the Gentiles, things concerning who the Edomites are, things concerning who the tribes are and the nations, things concerning the particular things Esau will be doing in the last days. You know, that information is truth. The spirit, you want to be covered with that, like a garment.
It comes from immersing yourself in the word.
Yeah.
This is Job 29, verse 14. I put on righteousness, and it clothed me. My judgment was a robe, and it dyed them.
Now we know Job, he was an upright man, one that escheweth evil, and he feared the Most High. So, you know, he said, I put on righteousness as a robe, you know. So he was covered with the truth. He was covered with wisdom. You know, when Job experienced his afflictions and carrying his burden, when you go into that story, it says, when all this happened, Job did not sin with his lips or charge the Most High foolishly. Why? Because he was covered with the truth. He had understanding. Shall we not receive good from the Most High, not evil? You know, as we get closer and closer to all hell breaking loose, which the scriptures call Jacob's trouble, that's the mindset you got to have going into this time. You have to have a mindset of understanding. You know, and being covered, most important.
This is Revelations 10 and 11. And I took, you know what, let me start at 9. Revelations 10 and 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Now this little book is talking about the book that we have today, the Bible, including the Apocrypha. All right, eat it up, get the understanding. And then it said in my stomach it was bitter, but in my mouth it was sweet. And that's the duality of this truth. You know, you got bitterness and then you have sweet. Now, what's some examples of sweet? Us getting into the position of power, rulership, our Lord Yahawashi coming to deliver the elect, a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. You know, us having scepters, us ruling over the world in righteousness. Those things you would consider to be the sweet things. Now, what are the bitters? The bitter is us understanding that we went off and we're the people that, you know, was worshiping idols, and the Lord sold us into the hand of our enemies, and our enemies oppress us. You know, that we're the tail and not the head. The enemies and the strangers, these other nations, which are enemies, they get above thee very high, and we come down very low. Our wives are harlots in the streets, our children wicked.
We subject unto payments.
We subject unto payments. We're earning wages to put in the bag with holes in it. All right?
Our own women.
Our own women is against us. Scriptures speak about she that is my enemy shall see it. You know, so those things are the bitters. But at the end of the day, you got to take all that in. You know? And the bitters is what really allows you to understand the truth. You know, just as when you're eating, you know, there's certain bitter herbs that you eat. Horseradish root. What's some other bitter ones? Ginger. You know, those things are very, you know, vital, you know, for the body. You need bitters. Certain bitter drinks, certain wines is bitter. You know, but it yields forth certain nutrients that the body needs. You can't just always just be eating sweet shit, you know? And everything ain't sweet, man.
That's the balance right there.
The bitterness, you know, you will have an edge on you. Coming in the truth, you will have an edge on you, you know? Not to where you are out here dealing foolishly, but Scripture speak about they love not their lives unto the death. Why? Because it's rulership. You know, the rulership of Esau produces in a man of wisdom an edge. You know?
That's how King David's mighty men were.
Yeah.
They were chafing the spirit, man.
Yeah.
So the same thing in today's day. The tabernacle of David is here today, the elect. So they're gonna be that same way.
Right.
You know?
That's right, bro.
I got another precept.
Yeah.
1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
And that's what it seemed like. You know, some things you experience come strange. Like, what? This ain't never happened before. You know? It come on a sudden. You know? So, but when those things come about, don't think it's strange. You know, this is a part of the process.
Right. It says, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahawah's sufferings.
Now, when it says rejoice, that isn't talking about jumping up and screaming for joy. Rejoicing meaning you understand. You know? You understand, all right, well, yeah, it's a part of it. You rejoice in that.
You will want to be, the brothers in the faith, through the Spirit. We know that when we go through specific things, it's because we following this truth.
Yeah.
But we're rejoicing because we're partaking of Yahawah's sufferings. Because what does Yahawah have right now? All power in his hand given from the Heavenly Father. So we're rejoicing because through the Spirit, we're going to get the same reward according to Revelation, the 2nd chapter.
In everything in life that's worth having, that you got to work hard for, there's always some sufferings, there's always some bitterness. You know, when you go into some of these celebrities' lifestyles, some of these athletes' lifestyles, you know, they begin in this, single mom, there wasn't no food on the table. You know, mom had to bend over backwards to find a way for me to get to practice. And, I wanted to give up many times, but I just kept going. And then, they end up getting their consolation in this world. You know? So even in the world, it shows you that there's things that you're going to go through if you're working towards something that's worth having. This truth, man, this is, can we get Proverbs, 4:7? Principal thing.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Now, when something is principal, that means it's chief. That's the top thing. That's the major thing. So hit it again, brother.
Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is the principal thing.
Wisdom is the principal thing. It's not talking about the wisdom of this world. Apostle Paul, he said the wisdom of this world is foolishness. The Most High. It's talking about this information, this wisdom.
It said, therefore get wisdom, and with all that getting, get understanding.
Yeah. Get understanding. Right? Because wisdom is the application of understanding and what is it? Understanding the truth. Go ahead, bro.
I got another one.
Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come.
Which is his truth. This is what you want to hold fast to, because the way Esau moving, look, if you're not falling down and worshiping this beast, which is this power structure ruled by the Edomites, you got NATO, the EU, with America being a part of that, collectively make up this empire ruled by the Edomites. When Daniel was shown the vision of this system, it's called a beast. So this beast is really finna, show its teeth, show its nails. In the form of taking your comforts away. All right? Because with this Fed Now system, the Fed Now system is basically a conduit that the banks is going to use to send money straight to merchants. So if you swipe your card, the banks is going to use the Fed Now to send it to Walmart and to their banks. That's the whole, when you read about it, it talks about it being fast and quick, convenient. All these talking points that Esau uses to deceive people. Convenient, fast, cutting edge, is innovation, quantum leaps.
Yeah.
That shit. Esau uses those terms to deceive people. So you're going to have your job adapting to it. Your job can say, hey, look, you know, with Fed now, you could potentially get paid every day. You know? So they gon' make it look cute. They gonna make it look good. It's gonna be very enticing. Or what I can get paid, because certain app-based jobs, you can work on a Monday, and then on Tuesday you can submit to receive the money that you made on Monday, and then Wednesday you can have the deposit. You know, so you ain't gotta wait 2 weeks. Some jobs you gotta wait a month to get paid. So there's gonna be a lot of things that they're gonna be using to get people on board with this new technology. And Esau the sword, he can force something on you. And another thing about this Fed Now system is that it's programmable. And it's programmable to the individual. So, you know, let's say for instance, you know, it's a shortage on, you know, gas, all right? There's a shortage on gas in this particular area. So, to make sure we're not depleting the oil reserves in this area, we have to program everybody to only be able to get 5 gallons of gas a week. They can program it like that. Or, oh, you know, with the statistics and the data is showing that people is getting overweight, so we gotta program everybody's, you know, digital Fed Now card or whatever, however they bring it out, to where we're not allowing people to eat at McDonald's more than twice a week. You know, you can't get certain sodas as much as you want.
And that goes back to like one of the movies, the future movies, like Demolition Man and shit like that. Where they doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Curbing the niggas' appetite.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 55 and 21. I mean, so like Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. The war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords.
Yeah, so Esau has hidden agendas. Yeah, the words is smooth as butter, but inwardly they're drawing swords. So that's a whole nother agenda. They can say one thing, but there's something else that they actually want to, you know, bring out. You know, can we get what is it? Proverbs 19. When he's speaking fair, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, because the scripts give us the characteristics of the wicked.
Proverbs 26 and
Towards the end, maybe about 3.
oh yeah, 25. Proverbs 26 and 25. When he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart.
And what's an example of speaking fair? Oh, we have this new system, the new Fed Now system. It's cutting edge. And, you know, it's really gonna help the economy get out of this depression that we're in. You know, this is going to be very great, you know, for businesses, organizations, even for the everyday person to adapt to this new system, because the old system is backed by so much debt. It's inflation with the old system. You know, with this new system, we can completely do away with the inflation. You know, it has a new social credit scoring system, you know, and that's going to put America in a leading position ahead of these other countries. That's them speaking fair. But as it says here, when he's speaking fair, believe it or not, for there's 7 abominations in his heart. So it's a complete amount of wickedness in their mind that they want done, but they're going to use fair speeches.
Like on these internet sites and channels, sometimes they tell you the first it's a free trial.
Oh yeah,
but you have to sign up.
Yeah,
and they hold you to the payment that's coming. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you know what they say? Oh, go ahead and put your credit card. We're not going to charge you.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
We're not going to charge you for the first 6 months. We're not going to charge you, but we just need your card on system, on file. This is how we're able to process, you know, this information, so you get your trial.
Yep.
And that's a tactic too, because they may not take the money immediately when you make a transaction, but they're gonna take the money out your account when you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
This will cause you to go back to them and submit unto them.
Right.
So that's the tactic.
And with Esau's system and these supercomputers and all this data and statistics, them computers, they feed him information. With AI, they feed him information. And say, oh, well, typically, if we get someone to agree to our terms and services with a 6-month free, trial, typically 80% of the people, by the time the 6-month come, they'll forget about their payment, and then we can, receive $1.7 million of revenue just off that one payment. They got data that tells them that type of stuff.
And they get the data from the cookies that you get put on your computer as soon as you come to a site.
So Esau, he got this system configured. The Lord gave him wisdom.
And he's deceptive because he says, do you accept? But they already got the cookies in your shit.
Because
he want to give people the illusion of freedom. To make it seem like they can make their own choices.
Exactly. It's a moral.
This is Proverbs 26 and verse 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit.
That's the characteristics of Esau. Whose hatred is covered by deceit. So Esau hides his hatred with deception, with lies. Oh, I got black friends. I like soul food. I like basketball.
I like Kanye.
Yeah. I got Mac 10 album. I had me a black girlfriend when I was in, middle school. So Esau, he hides his hatred by lying. That's why it says, never trust thine enemy.
And they stereotype too, man, because when brothers be on the games, we go like live chat from people we don't know, they automatically, when they hear Jake's voice, they know, oh, you're a black guy. Like you had to do the other day, and immediately, we play the game sometime, he lost, it was a group, and immediately come out of his mouth, oh, that's why you grew up struggling. This and that, it's like, man, Esau, look, man, we know how you get down, man. And the brothers do. So you can fool these regular peons out here, but we know, like the brother said, we know your characteristics, man.
When the Lord Yahawashi said a tree may be known by its fruit, that was a heavy jewel right there, man. You can know what type of person you dealing with just by the things that person yield forth.
Even if like a person like, see anybody they mean mug you, you see them, they don't think you saw them, but you saw them before they see you, and then they come to you nice right now. That's
deception. Covering hatred. Deception. You got more.
It says, whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation.
And that's what's gonna happen. See, Esau wickedness is covered by deceit. So with this whole Fed now, this digital currency, he got the smooth speech, he got it all looking good, sounding good, he got it dressed up nice. But what's gonna eventually happen is his wickedness is gonna be shown before the whole congregation, which is happening right now. Esau is already getting exposed. That's why they wanna eliminate TikTok. You got a lot of 30-second videos, 1-minute videos that have a lot of information crammed in it that's valid. That goes into exposing certain things that they're putting into play in regards to the banking system, certain things that happened in the past, certain history,
And that don't even be us. That'd be that third witness.
Yeah, that'd be the third witness. Be these other people bringing out shameful spewing on all Esau's glory.
2 Corinthians 2:11. That Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, his counsels, different things, his wiles, different things that he does, because the scriptures give us how the way in which Esau moves, man. See, we don't, through the spirit, we don't make the carnal statement of, oh, It says Esau was red, so is y'all, you white people.
Nah.
Right, right.
We go off the spirit.
We go off the modus operandi.
Yeah, yeah. We go off the
Like-
spirit of Esau.
Yeah.
You know, we go off, we look at the fruit that grows on his trees.
Yeah, because we Washington crime scene investigations, they don't go off how you look. They go off like the motive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Motive would be your deeds.
yeah, right.
So,
Exactly.
so the same thing with us.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how you look, if you're doing, you know, wicked, you got wicked intentions, then that's who you really are.
Yeah, it's true. Is it more?
Oh yeah.
I got it. This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
You got it.
Basically, like the brother said, this man, he's exposed. That's why in the spirit, look, the only videos that get taken off YouTube are brothers' videos. You know, the only channels are brothers' channels, man. You know, but you could go on YouTube and TikTok and find these specific channels that don't get taken down, but they full of folly, man. You know? So, like it said, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And through the spirit, you devils been hiding, man. Y'all been hiding y'all wickedness, and the Lord just been having the prophets just expose all of you, because right now what's happening is you getting charged by Yahawashi through his mouthpiece, man.
I have made Esau bear.
Yep. You getting charged, man. And the Lord's chumping your charges up. Now you want to try to hide. It ain't gonna happen. That's why this NWO, like the brother said, man, through the spirit, man, you gonna go quick. You gonna go quick with it. At the end of the day, the Lord gonna disappoint your devices, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It says, verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Yep. And that's what? Your rape, robbery, murder. You think that the Lord forgot that you killed over 70 million Native Americans? Over 100 million Judites, which really we craft all the tribes into that, because every tribe on this chart was born against you devils, man. And you had a lot of wickedness behind what you did to us when you conquered us, man.
Yeah.
Like you had the tribe that was in Australia, they call them Black Australians, man. What you would do to their women, you would take spears and you would jab them in their private parts, and you would cut the man's private part off and watch him run around till he bled out. Only a devil would do things like that. So the Lord's discovering your sins, man.
Yeah, Jake don't do shit like that. Jake, he'll just do a drive-by and leave and run away.
Right. You know?
Those wicked Jake show mercy.
Yeah.
Time for mercy.
Dad say no. All right, no women, no kids, man.
Right.
Esau, he killing the babies and everything.
Yeah.
And you take it a step further than it has to be, man.
Uh-huh.
That's why the Lord ain't gonna have mercy on you. You didn't show no mercy on us, so the Lord ain't gonna have mercy on you, man.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
Yeah, even this system, man. That's why the scriptures speak about, and they love not their lives unto the death. Because in this system ruled by Esau, he makes it to where you gotta be tapped in this system. Or you gotta be making some type of money in order to live, man. You know, you can own a car, own it. But if you on hard times or whatever, you don't get your tags registered on it, you getting mail saying you owe this and you got penalties and it's $1,000. Like, what makes you think that I just got $1,000 to give you when my tax was $100? I wasn't able to pay that.
Right.
You know, he just put a hefty fine on you. You know?
If you don't pay, you won't garnish your check.
Yeah.
Intercept your income tax, like.
It's wickedness, man.
I got another. This Psalms chapter 10, verse 1. Why standest thou afar off, O Yahawah? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble?
And it seems like that. You know, you can be going through trouble and you like, man, where the Lord at, man? You know, you crying unto the Lord. You know? But that's why the scriptures speak about being patient. You gotta wait.
It says, The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
Yeah. Just like Haman. You know, he was taken in a device that he imagined. He wanted to hang Mordecai on the gallows. You know? And what ended up happening? He and his family ended up getting hung on him. And we made a high, and the Lord Spirit on us to have a high holy day after that, called the Purim, which means lots.
It says, for the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth.
Yeah, Esau, he boasts of his heart's desires. You hear these devils talking about 2030, oh, by 2050, we're going to have this going on and that going on. And, you know, we got, you know, our financial economy by within 10 years is going to be here and going to be, you know, prosperous. They're just wicked, man. They just think that we going to be in a position of power for years on out. We ain't never getting taken down.
That's their inward thought.
Ain't no Lord willing coming out of their mouth. You know?
It says, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High.
And that's how we know who the Edomites are, man. They don't seek after the Most High. They're like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. So you can bring certain information out. You pulling out the maps. You showing how the Northern Kingdom got over here. You showing where the Southern Kingdom fled into the to Africa and set up communities on the west coast of Africa, and the Europeans came over here and got them. All documented history that Edomites came up with. Show them all that. Made it to the prophecies. Going Deuteronomy, going to Joel.
Yeah.
You know, going into Proverbs, and you know, going into various different things. These devils, they don't want to believe that. They want to believe what puts them in a position to be on high, you know?
It says, the Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Yeah, because Esau, you don't judge by the judgments that's here in the scriptures. Speak about, you know, when two men get together, they got to be put down. That judgment, two men being together, having to get put down, that judgment is far out of Esau's sight. He don't. That's something he don't even think about putting in order here, man.
The exact opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually put laws up to help out
Uplift
that community.
To protect them.
Yeah.
You can't call a sodomite or the police, or they can, oh, well, he called me this.
Yeah.
You know, hate speech. Now you in cuffs. You know?
Esau call them brave.
There's a law that speaks about when a man entice a maid, you know, going into talking to her, you know, gaming her up, you know, persuading her. Esau got laws now to where it can be looked at as sexual harassment when you go and try to talk to a woman. And the law says it speaks about a man talking to a woman. You got a question, my man? Question?
If you're going to deep in the Bible, we find the devil only killed several people, but for the Jesus Christ killed for the religion killed a lot of people. I mean, more than 2,000 for the Christ, for the religion.
You talking about for Christianity? It was a lot of deaths that came out of it.
Yes,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Every time the devil didn't do something bad.
Yeah.
The people who really fanatics,
Yeah.
they didn't understand the religion. The religion, it's in the brain.
Right.
Yeah, it's not somebody on the cloud. You do the religion inside yourself.
Well, the Bible speaks about the Lord, and just to make it simple, he dwells in the spiritual realm, which is the invisible world that's all around us.
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
The tree will start growing from the ground, the leaves. Yeah, this is the magic.
So there's a spiritual realm, right? The scriptures call that heaven. It's all around us, right? And you have spirits that control behavior, actions, even you coming up today. It was a spirit that worked on your mind to come here.
Yes.
Right? So that's how things is governed in the world, by spirits. You have a great spirit, which is Yahawah, Yahawashi, Heavenly Father and the Son.
Yeah, but I think the spirit is going stronger if you have a lot of opportunity. For example, money, it's transform the health. We pay health for the money, and after that we receive the opportunity to do something. Okay, if you businessman or something like similar to do, you grow the business, help people. That's why you have a lot of God bless ways. You choose the right way after that. But if you don't, it's not the right way.
Where you from? Brazil?
No, Russian.
Russian?
Russian,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I'm agnostic.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, that's the spirit. We were just talking about you too. Yeah.
Agnostic.
Psalms 10.
Yeah. Because you know that the Buddhism is not the religion, it's a style of the life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the people didn't know that. They think that the Buddhism is religion. No, it's a style of the life.
Yeah. And the Bible, it teaches the Israelites the style of life that you're supposed to have. You know, to govern and control yourself. Because there's morals, there's ceremonial laws, there's in the ancient world, you know, particular clothes that you wore. The teachings in the Bible produced a cultural lifestyle for the people it's written about.
Yeah, but the Bible written 2,000 years ago. Right now, we need to rewrite the Bible because in the current time, the some law doesn't work. We need to fix the Bible for the current life. That's my opinion.
Well, oh yeah. I mean, but when you examine the Bible, we actually go into the languages it was translated from. We go into the Hebrew, we go into the Greek, and some words that you read in the Bible on face value, once you go into the etymology of those words, it changes the dynamic of what's being written. Yeah. So we do study languages. We go into the Bible. Yeah, we don't just read it for face value.
And the Bible tells you to do something. Learn more.
It's called being prudent.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a question. How long have you been in America?
The basic idea where I come to, why you come to America, this is a sunny day every day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in Los Angeles, because in my country, very cold, I didn't like live in a cold environment. I'm every time sick, feel stress, feel depression. The sunny day helps me do better. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
So what do you feel about the war with Ukraine and Russia?
Okay, first of all, this war is not happened 1 year ago. This war, if you go into the history, this war started with 1933. It's a very painful movement from the Russian communists. The communists destroyed the Ukrainian farmers completely. And after that, the Ukrainians start growing the opposition because it's not that right now. I'm not talking about the now government Russia. The previous communists destroy the Ukraine completely. It kills 4 million people, but it's not killing by the weapon. It's killing by the hungry because the people need to food and a communist comes and take it all food, all seeds,
that's
everything.
That's an ancient war tactic. Yeah. The Romans did that.
Yeah, that's why. But now, for example, for example, we live in LA, right? We have a multiple culture, multiple people. Everybody speak with several languages. We live peacefully together. But the Ukrainian government say we not need peacefully living. We need only one nation, one language, one everything. But for example, if we start and do it here right now, pressure or force the people, why you speak the, for example, Jewish, why you speak the another language, doesn't matter. Why? I mean, I don't want to live with you in this earth. It's not fair, right? Okay, here we have two government languages, Spanish, English, and all other services working with the whole languages. For example, 22 or maybe 30 languages. Why the Ukraine do that? It's not the democracy in the original.
Well, you know what? We want to give you a prophecy concerning Russia because we were talking about it yesterday. Russia is going to shoot those ICBM missiles, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. They're going to shoot missiles upon Israel, the land of Israel, and here. It's going to turn this place into what the scriptures call a lake of fire. The Lord is going to put the spirit on the kings of Russia, China, Korea, even European Union, those Iran,
Turkey.
part of end time prophecy, World War III. They're going to shoot missiles upon America. America is going to be obliterated, knocked out completely because of what you just said. All the confusion that's here. You have all these languages, all these cultures. You have all these different ways of life, and that breeds wickedness in this society. You have people from all different backgrounds, all different gods.
Yes, that's right. We live peacefully, right?
No.
I mean, basically we live peacefully. No?
The reason why you can't live peacefully.
But it's an invisible civil war.
But this is a land of confusion. When you came from Russia over to America, you landed in a land of confusion. People don't know. Women don't want to be men. I mean, women want to be men. Men want to be women.
Yeah, that's backwards.
It's backwards, man.
It's backwards.
You know? And like the brother said, the reason why I asked you about Ukraine and Russia, like the brother said, prophecy-wise in the Bible, Russia's going to end up shooting missiles over to America. That's why I asked you, why'd you come over here?
And you might want to be over there because in the prophecies, Russia, which is a very large continent, they may get hit by ICBM missile, but it's not going to be completely destroyed like America.
America's going to be gone.
Now, the elect, the true believers, they're going to get delivered out of this place before that destruction comes. But they will believe in a particular doctrine. All right? So, honestly, it'd probably be your best bet to go in Russia. Honestly speaking.
Let me read this for you. We deal with prophecy. Like you said, the Bible needs to be rewritten. No. Bible's prophecies are coming to pass. So this is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of the Lord, you brothers break it down. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal.
Now, what it's talking about, Gog and Magog, all right, when you go into the ancient biblical maps, Gog and Magog were lands just south of what we know today as Russia, right? In that biblical time, Russia was a no man's land. There was nobody there. So when you go into these prophecies here, you're speaking about setting your face against these particular rulers of this land, right? Go ahead.
And prophesy against him.
You're supposed to prophesy against. Go ahead.
And say, thus said Lord God, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Now, it's parabolic. The hooks in the jaws represents them being turned back to a particular way.
Like when
now,
you got an animal.
Yeah, like you put
Oh man, we're stuck here.
Listen. When you go fishing, right? Have you been fishing?
Yes.
Yeah. So if a fish is going opposite from you, and you cast in that line, and the hook gets in it, and the
Absolutely.
fish,
Yes, that's right.
You turn the fish back to you.
Right.
So what it's saying is, the Lord is going to put hooks in Gog and Magog to turn them back to a particular way.
Yeah.
With Gog and Magog being Russia, they're going to turn back to that ancient Russian Soviet Union spirit.
Like,
That's why
yes.
it's that tension going on
Yeah, that's
with
right.
Russia and Ukraine, because Ukraine was once a part of Russia.
Absolutely. Yes.
Russia is just getting their land back.
Yes.
And then they
But
have
temporary.
yeah, and then they have America, because basically what Russia is doing is fighting against America.
Yes, that's right.
There's already been reports coming out how you have American soldiers there fighting. They have, of course, American weaponry, finances, and then by America doing that, it's causing disruptions in America's allies, because with the Nord Stream pipeline
Yes.
and different things like that being sabotaged,
Sabotage.
which everybody know America did.
Yes.
You know? But what that does is, with that Nord Stream pipeline, got 1, 2, 3, it feeds those natural resources into those European unions.
Yes, that's
and
right.
with America constantly being at war with them,
Yes.
it's causing those European countries to be in a bad situation.
Friction.
It's causing friction.
Yeah, but I understand the American side, because the America is a capitalism. Capitalism needs to grow, never-ending growth. If
Yeah.
it grows, stop.
It's your
It's
money.
collapse.
Yeah.
It's your money.
Yeah.
This is only one way to survive. Need to take in and comes with a product,
Yeah.
with sell something, because this is a capitalism. How the capitalism works.
Right.
This is a absolutely understand model
Yeah.
of the.
It's all about increase.
Yes, only increase. Yes,
Yeah.
no decrease. If
Yeah.
it decrease,
No loss.
stagnation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wow. I wish you good luck with
All right,
everything,
now.
guys.
All right, take it easy. All right,
Thank
all
you
right.
for speaking with you. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, be safe,
Be
man.
safe out
Thank you.
here,
Thank
bud.
you. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, now.
That was a good segue.
Yeah.
Put out a lot of info.
Yeah.
It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring.
And we were just talking about Esau, man. We were just talking about, we know Esau by his characteristics and the things he yields forth. So he come over here talking about I'm agnostic and this needs to be rewritten. And hey, you know, let's actually go back to that Psalms you was reading. Yeah, because we was just talking about him.
Boy,
Now
I
you
gotta
got Edomites, you got just like with Israel, right? You got Judah, top tribe. But then you got, you know, Issachar. They more peaceable, you know, from some of the ones we deal with. So with Esau, you got Teman, the wise ones, right? But then you got the warrior, you know, you got warriors of Esau, you know? And then you got some lower base Edomites, trailer park Edomites,
Serfs.
the Edomites that covered their hatred by deceit, like he did, you know?
Yeah, Edomites gotta let you know they hate your ass.
Then you got Edomites, you got those Peckerwood Edomites that's, you know, just military. Them motherfuckers ready to pull the sword out.
Overalls on.
Yeah. Then you got them hillbilly Edomites. So you got, just like with the tribes, Israel, you got the, you know, the tribes, the Dukes of Edom. You got different types,
Characteristics.
you know? You got the Edomite boss at work, you know? Then you got the Edomites that be laying down on the curb, just, you know, with the 50 cent sign. So you got, you know, you just got to know how to deal with different. It was clearly a language barrier. Us going into the scriptures and breaking stuff down with him.
You can tell he's one of the Edomites that's doing good. That's how he's walking down the street, hat on, coffee in his hand.
Whistling
Coffee.
You know, this is just a part of his regular good day, so to speak.
Right.
That's why he said I came over here because it's sunny, it's cold.
Yeah.
Everybody want to come over here and know that this place about to be destroyed. Man.
Yeah, right. And it was the spirit, because we was just speaking about these Edomites and he strolled up. We're going to get it.
Yep.
Those same precepts we had about the shop.
Psalm chapter 10, verse, we'll start at 5. It says, his ways are grievous, thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Yeah, the judgments. In the scripts, the law, the statutes, and commandments, you know, there were certain judgments that went out when certain laws were transgressed, right? Esau, don't deal with the laws in its fullness here in the society. They completely far out of his sight. So when we dealt with this guy from Russia, what'd he say? Oh, the Bible, we just gotta, just do it away here. Here is just all kind of people and languages. I'm thinking about Habakkuk the second chapter. It's all kind of people and languages, and it's peaceful here,
For him?
Yeah, for him.
It's peaceful. Like,
Yeah.
for who, man? They said that in that movie, what's it, Higher Learning. That the Edomite told me, he said, man, he's like, look, man, he said, you think you could beat these black guys? He said, man, they're at war with each other every day. Ain't nothing peaceful over here for us, man. It says, as for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Right.
He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
And we see that with these Edomites, man. They believe they ain't gonna never be moved out of power. But the prophecies speak about Yahawashi, all right, with many crowns on his head when he come back, which is parabolic for him taking down the kingdoms of the world. So with Esau being the end of the world, being a nation that's on top, when Yahawashi come, Esau is getting knocked off his throne. Isaiah 47 speaks on that. So although this is their mentality, the prophecies is a thorn in Esau's side, because the prophecies in the Bible speaks contrary to Esau. That's why they don't want to deal with it.
It's not good news to him.
Yeah. That's why he said, oh yeah, we can do it. It's been written 2,000 years ago, and when we told them we go into the language and translate, see, they think niggas is just,
And that's why he left, because he expected to have a lot less information come at him at the rate it was coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting us to know
Hell
about
no.
Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah.
Soviet Union, them type of terms. They don't expect us to know those type of things.
Right. He probably rolled up thinking he was going to school us on some
Yeah.
shit.
You see, he wanted to talk. He had to have the floor.
Yeah, sometimes you just let the devil talk.
Yeah.
He gonna tire himself out. Resist him. He'll flee.
It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Under his tongue, in these secret societies, these secret meetings, they have. Read that again, Bahasham.
Yep. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
This is what they talk about in those meetings. Cursing, deceit. We need to find a way to, make sure these Israelites, these niggas is at the bottom. They got their priesthood on the left-hand side. They throw up curses. Get intel on how they should move forward.
It says, under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
Mischief and vanity. This is what these devils is about. That's why I never trust thy enemies. Ecclesiastes 12. Because they hide that shit, man. Hey, he came up speaking smooth. We just read it in Proverbs 26. When he's speaking fair, believe him not. Oh yeah, trying to be cool, cordial, whatever. Ain't no telling him walking over here, I just hate niggas, man. Just hate these motherfuckers. Then he was talking about Christianity. He made a solid point, but that's how the serpent roll up on you.
Yeah.
That's how he slither up on you. He'll say a little truth, and then he get to talking about how we don't need the Bible no more, and all that.
And you don't even probably believe in the scriptures.
Yeah, he said he was agnostic. He said I'm agnostic, and that's why we was just talking about you, because you don't believe it. Agnostic meaning they don't believe in no religion. Hey, all right now, they don't believe in the Most High.
As for their judgments, they have not known them.
Yeah. The judgments are far away out of thy sight.
It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor.
And so he's like a lion, man. He's like a lion in the secret places, ready to just jump out, pounce on you, kill you. Those are the characteristics of Esau.
Sacrifice.
You had that one.
Oh, yeah.
You had that one basketball kid. I forgot what state it was based out of. But them Edomites, man, they came, they rolled him up in a mat, murdered him, took his organs out. Young dude, man. And they got the camera footage of 2 Edomites with bags rolling out of the school, man. So that's why it says he murdered the enemy. You know, it doesn't say kill, it says he murdered, man.
Yeah, because he sits back and think about that shit first. Yeah.
Specific cops who watch our movies, man, or even out here in real life, specific cops, man, they take Jake around the corner and whoop on him, man, till they murder him, man. They show you that on that movie, Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee. How they murdered Radio Raheem. They just choked him out, and they're like, "Oh, you killing him?" These doubles, man, they're full of just murdering the innocent, man. Yeah. You know? It says his eyes are privily set against the poor. You know?
Yeah. So his eyes, his council is when they hold these different councils, the Bilderberg meeting, the G2 summit meetings, the World Economic Forum, and all that. Their eyes, their wisdom is privily set against the poor. All this shit they be coming up with is specifically made to come against Israelites. Specifically.
It says, he lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
Net is a system. It's a system full of traps.
And that proves Esau is that hunter. Cunning hunter.
Yeah. Snares and shit.
You know, all about catching Jake. Esau can't even enjoy his kingdom like that. He's just so worried about us. Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, damn, like, you got all the gold and silver, the big houses, you got palaces. You got all that shit.
Like you said, I'm over here. It's always sunny over here. I want to be over here. You gotta have chips to do that.
Yeah. Never keep it at home.
Yeah.
And he says dark over there. I mean, he says cold. It's never sunny over there. Russia, you know.
Europe
now you might like you said, you might want to stay over there because
You don't want to hear that.
yeah,
You don't want to hear that.
woman probably out there probably more feminine out there, you know.
But his thing was Russia is communist. It's all control. It's only one language. See, Esau don't. That was an Edomite. There's just too many things coming out. It's only one language, one people, one religion. Esau don't like that. He like a whole bunch of melting pot full of confusion because that's how Esau is able to hide.
That Nimrod Antiochus spirit. They need all that to become one.
And Russians, they care about their people, their country. You know, it's not like here they don't give a fuck.
Right.
It says he doth catch the poor when he draweth them into his net.
Yeah, these different contracts you sign. You know, you get caught up in those things, man. Because Jake don't sit down and read them long ass 15 pages full of small fine print. Jake not reading that shit.
And also, too, there'll be certain, these specific police officers, weekends, they do what? They do checkpoints, man. From when you go to the end of the month, all right? When you go to the end of the month, they start pulling a lot more people over to catch their corner, especially Jake, man.
Them is easy licks.
Yep.
They know we have insurance.
But that goes back to the computers, man.
Yep.
Esau with these computers, they got this AI computer and it collecting data and statistics. Esau be having it broken down per city. 9 out of 10 minorities that you pull over, we've been getting a revenue of at least $300 each person we pull over. Between these hours, if you're out patrolling between these hours, you have a 25% chance of catching this when you pull over these type of people. You know, so they got all that shit broken down. When they had a little police meetings before they go out and hit the field, the sergeants and the lieutenants, they be bringing all that out.
Yep.
Oh, we got new data. You know, here in Inglewood, crime has went up 7%, and we're getting a lot of crime in this area, so we want to focus more on this area. And between these times of the day, we're seeing an increase of this and that, and they just reading it off a damn paper.
Most time gave them the spirit to make them algorithms.
Yeah, them algorithms and the
AI.
trends and all that shit. That's how Esau be moving. You move off shit like that. And when you work certain corporate jobs, they do the same thing. Oh, the best time to call our customers is between this time and this time. You know, on these days, Mondays are busy days. We don't get a lot of sales those days. You know, Thursdays is our big day. This is the day we want all our employees here working on this. Their computers break all that shit down for us.
They be having peak hours.
Peak hours, slow hours.
Yeah, because if you go on Google and type in a restaurant, just go down, and then it'll tell you like usually busy, or you know.
So imagine that information linked to the banks. They already got that. You go to your bank, your app, it'll break down everything. Oh, you spent this much money on groceries. You spent this much money on gas. You spent this much money on utilities. This much money on miscellaneous. This much money on clothes. They have a whole pie chart. They have a whole pie chart of your shit broken down. So going back to the Fed now, when they be able to program your shit, they can say, you know what? You committed a crime. You're not gonna go to jail, but your banking system, you can only buy food. That's it. You ain't going to no Disneyland. You're not going to no clubs. You know, you only spend $120. You only allowed to spend $100 of your money a day. They can program your shit like that, straight slavery.
They control is what they want.
Yeah.
Universal basic income. You set them out, standard amount a month, or you can't overspend over.
Yep. We can hit Proverbs, the first chapter again.
What you think your Social Security is, man? It's just a way to track you.
Yeah.
Monitor everything that you're doing, man. That's why they ask you on every application. You go apply for something. You go apply for a job. You apply for a credit card, this and that. That's how they track. You can't get a credit card if you got this on your credit. But how do they track it? Through your social, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And through the Quran, they're gonna be able to track every penny.
Everything, yep. Everything.
Hey, if a brother needed some money or something, with this new system, you ain't gonna be able. I mean, look, ultimately, you ain't gonna be able to help a brother out financially, man, with this new system. You know?
They just killed that dude, that Cash App dude.
Yeah.
Stabbed him.
Yep.
Proverbs 1:2. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets.
Yeah, so this truth, this information is going to be heard on the streets, man. Lord dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Right? These people that be in the churches, they're compromised. They gotta pervert they gotta teach according to what the memo tells them. You understand? So, and all in efforts to have that tax exemption, so they can, you know, it's all money, man. It's all a business.
Verse 21. She cried in the chief place of concourse.
So this wisdom, it crieth in the chief place of concourse, a place where there's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of buying and selling. All right?
The Agora.
The Agora. Because we out here, we're fishing. You know?
Because you don't want to fish in an empty pond.
Yeah.
Right. You ain't gonna get no fish.
You ain't gonna catch shit.
Keyboard profit.
Yeah, you gotta go fishing with a fish at.
Yeah.
You gotta bring a net.
Yeah.
It says she cried for the chief place of concourse in the opening of the gates. in the city she uttered her word, saying, how long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
And that's the vibration we coming in through the spirit. How long, you simple ones, you Israelites, will you love simplicity, the wisdom of this world? Whether it's the different religions, whether it's the political world, whether it's feminism, whether it's, you know, you just out here grinding, culture, whether you just out here grinding, man, I'm just working hard, man, take care of my kids, you know, and just be a good dad. That's simplicity, man. You know, our life don't just revolve around working and paying bills and being a good father.
Coach.
You know? I mean, of course, you know, that's a part of being a man, but what was it in Ecclesiastes 12? It's the whole duty of man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the scripts tell us a man's purpose, an Israelite man's purpose.
Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
The conclusion is the sum of everything.
Fear Yahawah and keep his commandments.
Yeah, fear the Most High and keep his commandments.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man. And what's one of the commandments our Lord Yahawashi gave us? Go ye out on the highways and the byways. That was a commandment. So that's your purpose. That's your duty. Go out there and preach the truth. And then the Lord take care of everything else.
You begin a lot of camps that come up against like the 12 tribes chart and things of that nature, and think they're like big in Israel. You got like you don't go on the highways, man. You know, you got AOI, you got Maharakan. They do a lot of the in-class and driving stuff, but they don't go out on the highways, man. You know, like, oh, throw away the 12 tribe, but you're not even on the highways fishing, man. You're not doing the real work of the Lord, man. You know?
Going back to Proverbs 1, verse 22. How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorn.
So one of the things that you're going to experience when out on the highways and the byways teaching is scorners. People that want to laugh. It was a Jake that walked. I don't know if y'all brothers saw it. Yeah, Jake walked by. He was acting like he was on his phone, but he was recording, taking pictures or whatever. You know, probably putting it on the TikTok. But that's just the folly that being Jake, man. That's why when the police be murdering y'all, not killing. When the police be premeditated murdering y'all, we just make videos on it and we go back to watching world news, man. The other brothers, you know, we do not side. We don't lift up a tear for y'all.
Jake, it's all about
folly,
laughing, bring his own people now.
Yeah.
But if you see a homeless anybody, you won't do that to him. Your actual enemy, that's, you know.
Yeah.
Like your brother said, we not, when Jake died, man, we see it on the news, we not, we gotta, you know, we gotta protest because of how they killed him. Yeah, you know, we're not about to be in the street. The Lord, ultimately, is Lord to his ass out, man. He's trying to freak it. When you watch these first 48 shows and stuff like that, what do you hear on the back end? Oh, he was a good man and this and that. But then you hear on the back end of that, he sold drugs in the community. He was robbing people.
Known thief.
Right.
Well-known thief in the community.
Had some statutory charges.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened with that.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, we can't be quick to justify it.
Yeah.
It says, and fools hate knowledge.
Fools hate knowledge, man. They're gonna reject everything that we bring out. They're gonna have a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Whether it's, I read the Bible, I ain't never heard that. Or my pastor never said that. Or God is love. Or y'all preaching hate. Or why Jesus got horns on him. These fools is gonna reject knowledge, man.
It says, verse 23, turn ye out my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, I'll make known my words.
And that's what the Lord is doing by way of the prophets. He's making known his words unto you. And in the beginning of that verse, it says, turn ye at my reproof. Reproof is correction. And that's what we set up to do through the Spirit. You read Isaiah 58, it says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet. Show Jacob his transgressions and Israel their sins. So we're set up in a position of judgment, reproof, correction. And you're supposed to turn when you hear it or repent. All right, bro, you know, eating these unlawful foods, man, you can't be doing that, bro. You know? Hey, grow your beard, man. Hey, this is the truth. You need to get involved with this.
Don't eat the fat on.
Don't eat the fat. Don't eat the fat. You know?
I know he was when I was young, he used to love that fat. Like, how you like that shit?
That shit is like,
yeah. You got a lot of flavor on there, like, but you don't eat that shit.
This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way. Walk ye in it when you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left.
yes.
Yeah, basically, because the verse up, like the brother said, how are you hearing the word of the Lord by the prophets? So the prophets are basically telling you, look, turn to the Lord, man. These people walk by, you hear them say, hey, stop doing this, stop doing that. Returning to the Lord. So it says, and thy ear shall hear a word behind me saying, this is the way. We're telling you the way to get back to your power, man. To get back to your heritage. Right? Because that's what it's about, man. Putting on your true garment, man, your nationality. And that's how you get back to your power, man. We don't call ourselves black, Native American, and things like that. Yeah, in the world, maybe, because we have to. We have to put on a job application, I'm Native American, I'm black. But amongst us, man, we know who we are, man. And it says, walk ye in it when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. So basically, we're telling you through the Spirit, is to put on that new man, all right? Which afterward is in righteousness, man. Yeah. Walk ye in it, not just talking yet. I believe I'm an Israelite because you got guys out here like that, man. I believe I'm an Israelite, man. No, but you gotta walk the walk, man. You gotta walk it, man. It's a difference in saying with your words, man. You gotta actually put this on, man. The scriptures, the word calls the scriptures, man, a garment, man. You gotta put this on, man.
And if they don't take heed, they'll have no cloak
for their sins, right?
Have no cover.
Yeah,
go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 1 verse 24. Because I have called and ye refuse.
Yeah, so the Lord, he does the calling by the prophets. The camps, that's a place where the Lord is calling. But these people refuse because we don't look like what Esau has painted as a man of the Lord. We're not out here with suits on. We don't have shaven faces. We don't have smooth speeches. And we're not telling you everything that you want to hear. This truth is mixed with bitter and sweet, like we was going into earlier. So you may approach the camp and bros may be talking about bitter things. The time you roll up, we may be talking about death, destruction, and famine. The bitterness of the scripts. Maybe talking about the nastiness of the scripts. Cannibalism.
They got to be ready for harshness, rude speech, stammering lips.
Yeah.
But the Jays that's now the elect, they hear that and then they leave. If they was prudent, they would stay and ask, why are y'all talking? What y'all talking about, is that in the Bible?
Yeah.
I ask them questions like that,
Even the signs, some bitterness on the signs. Yeah. You gotta. It's a couple of hurdles you gotta jump over, man.
Yeah, we had that.
Yeah.
That food sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had somebody. What?
Yeah,
I like y'all message, but why does it say that right there? And it says something like fat ass. Motherfucker.
Yeah, I remember I went there. I was an Edomite.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got offended at that song. And then he left.
They hear that thundering. They don't hear the angels. They hear that thundering. You know, some heard thundering. Some heard the voice of an angel speaking, man. You know.
Proverbs 1 and verse 24 says, "Because I have called and he refused, and I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded."
So this is a calling place, and this is a place where the Lord is stretching out his hand. And when you're stretching out your hand to somebody, you're giving them aid. You know? You're giving them a hand. They need some type of comfort. They need some type of stability. This is that comfort, man. This is that aid that the Lord is sending out. But it said, I stretched out my hand and they did what?
It says, "I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded."
And no man regarded. They didn't take this serious.
That reminds me think of that parable, Matthew 22. You know, when Yahawashi said they made lottery.
Oh. They just basically said, oh, whatever.
Yeah. But they're gonna be out there for years. The dude's been out there for years. Especially that, I already know that one chick that always come out with a dog.
Oh, yeah.
I already know she said that in her mind.
And she when we was over here, she said something.
Yeah, I remember.
I haven't seen you guys in a while.
Yeah. And she probably thinking, oh yeah, they don't only come out like they used to. Not knowing we down the
They're
street.
right down there.
You know?
Or, man, a lot of these people, they go to that grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? Oh, shit, those are those guys that used to be in front of the building right there.
These people want to see us fail, man.
Yeah.
They want to see what, you know, what the scriptures say, what we're spewing out of our mouth. They don't want to see that come to pass. They want, what we're saying, when people come up against us, we say famine, pestilence, disease, and destruction coming. They don't want that to come, so they hope that this fails, man.
Yeah.
But it ain't gonna fail, man. It's camps all over, man.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna fail. You know, we might shake the dust off our feet from a couple spots, but we're still out here, man. Through the will of God, the Heavenly Father, and the Son, man.
Yeah, this doctrine that we teach is a global doctrine. This is not something that's just this part of LA. This is right here. No. This gospel shall be preached throughout the world, then shall the end come.
And
Yeah,
not
we at
one
the
of these
end.
shall fail.
Yep.
It says, verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
So what are we reading here? We're reading about basically the Lord putting that vibration of getting right, repenting, right? And then it goes into calamity. All right, now, bro. It goes into calamity. So there's going to be a time where you're going to have men out here teaching, and while they're teaching, they're dealing with scoffers, they're dealing with fools. They telling the people, turn ye at the reproof, all that. And then what happens after? Calamity. Because the prophets, when you saw the prophets, that means something is finna be happening. Bad. All right? And calamities, man, especially strange calamities, unexpected shit that be happening on the sudden, them be the worst things.
Final destination.
Here it is, you on the freeway, you pushing, you on the carpool lane, and then a blowout happens. Boom! You know, if you ain't paying attention, shit, that can be bad, man. Car accident or something, somebody hit you, you at the red light, you thinking you cool, you on your phone, texting, and somebody rear end you.
I had a precept, like you said, I'll bring it out, you know.
Yeah.
This 1 Samuel 16:4, it says, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peaceably? And like the brother brought out, you know, when you seen the prophets of the Lord, that means something was coming. So when Samuel came to Bethlehem, right, because the Lord had it set up that he was going to go to Jesse, and King David was going to be chosen as the king after King Saul. You know, when they seen Samuel, they was like, hey, you coming peaceably?
Yes.
You know? It says, and he said, peaceably, I'm come to sacrifice.
That's just like back in the school days. You know, here it is, you in class, right? and then the dean come in your class, walking your shit.
Y'all remember that?
Coming in there, he in the back. You like, is this nigga coming in peace? I wonder who you finna call out. You know? You'll be on your best behavior. You do. Right? You know, but yeah, when that principal came in that class, you like, oh. Or the principal there coming in. You the one that got in the fight at lunchtime. Right? You thought you got away. You know? And then, you know, because you got lunch, and then it's what? Fourth period or fifth period or whatever? It's fifth period. He's like, man, shit, I got away. Shit, whoop that nigga ass. And then all of a sudden, the dean step in. Oh, fuck.
He's looking at you.
He like, come here. He like, damn. You know you fucked up, right?
Right. Oh, really? Yeah, it says, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake, and came to Bethlehem, and to the elders of the town, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming.
Yeah. Oh shit. What is he here for? What y'all call him? Oh.
Because you had Samuel was a greatly known prophet amongst that time, man. When King Saul was ruling, because after Samuel was Nathan, King David, they knew that the Lord was dealing with Samuel, man, especially after Eli and his wicked sons. Samuel stepped up and took that place, man. And Samuel, he told Saul in the spiritual realm, like, hey man, you gonna be up here with me soon. When King Saul, when King Saul went off, which is the when he had to kill and Samuel had to kill Agag. You know, he did that in righteousness. Samuel was known as a righteous prophet. So when he came to Bethlehem, they're like, yo, hold on, wait, time out. Yo, you coming peaceably?
Yeah.
You know?
And he went to the elders. He went to the leadership.
Yep.
I believe Samuel was the last judge.
Yep. Well, yep. It
You
says,
see how he did Agag.
oh yeah.
So Samuel, he was known like that.
Yeah.
And Samuel, he had to kill a motherfucker. He killed one of the kids.
He was casual with it, yo.
They got thought he was gonna get surely the death of the Lord passed from me, so he thought he was exempt.
I'll read it real quick. 1 Samuel 15-32. Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And this is around the time King Saul and his men, they basically brought back, you know, things from the Amalekites. And the Lord told him that don't bring back nothing, kill it all. Because the scriptures talk about how what does it say? Is that the sin of witchcraft? Rebellion. Is that the sin of witchcraft, man? You know? It says, and Agag came unto him delicately. Hey, you need me, you know?
Right.
And Agag came unto him delicately, and Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past.
Yeah, he thought he escaped. He probably was being nice. He was on his best behavior. Yeah, he was crouching for sure.
Like, I ain't about to die. Surely I ain't getting killed.
The bitterness of death is past.
And Samuel said, as thy sword hath made woman childless, damn, so shall thy mother be childless among women.
That what a man saw, that what he shall reap.
Because you Edomites got, you hard hats or you small hats got a track record too, man. You know? And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces.
Man.
When you hewing some shit,
Casually.
you
whack.
yeah.
In Gilgal. Yep. Then Samuel went to Ramah.
There be a lot of stuff happening in Gilgal, in Ramoth Gilead. There be a lot of stuff happening in the opposites. Beth El.
And then Samuel went to Ramah, and Saul went up to his house to Gibeah of Saul. And Samuel came no more to see Saul to the day of his death. Nevertheless, Samuel mourned for Saul, and the Lord repented that he made Saul king over Israel. Lord forsook Saul, man. You know, Saul was crying. Ain't no prophet came to see me. The Lord ain't gave me no visions. You know, the Lord completely forsook Saul, man. You know. Not basically the point. Yeah. Just beautiful history.
Absolutely.
Going back to Proverbs 1 and verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind.
And that's what's going to be happening, man. The Lord is going to let Esau completely roll on Jake. You know? Because Esau is already touching you financially. You know, the reports already came out how there's, over 50% of the people's living paycheck to paycheck. You got inflation, cost of living is ridiculous. You know, these jobs, they saying that they're adding jobs and all that, but you get reports from brothers that's looking for jobs, they ain't getting hired. You know, that's just something that can make it look good on the news clips. You got that going on. You know, you got the situation with the derailments. You got, I want to say it was in Mississippi or Missouri. I did a lesson on it this week, going into how a farm got caught on fire and it was 18,000 cows that was put down. They all got scorched and burnt. But that wasn't the only place. There's been a lot of farms and meat producing factories catching on fire. You got the ports down here, Long Beach and San Pedro, the LA ports, that they had to close for 2 days because there was a strike going on and they had problems with the pay. So, when a port closes, especially for a day or so, that causes what they call bottlenecking at the ports, a congestion. It slows up the goods from getting in so it can get out to your Walmarts, your Targets, in these different distribution centers, Amazon. And meanwhile, Jake is watching his basketball shit, playoffs, challenges, so on and so forth. But Esau is really sharpening up his sword against Jake. But that's why the Lord sent us out to give these warnings of things that's going to be surely coming to pass, man. And what you should do to have a hedge of protection enabled for you, which at the end of the day, it's all about the elect. But the elect, they will come across his word, repent, convert, and worship the true power and call upon his name in truth and sincerity, man. Before these calamities, come.
It says, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me.
See, when distress and anguish come, then they're going to be trying to figure it out. Where those men at? Where's all those videos that I was seeing of men talking about these times that we in now? It's going to come a time, all you women out here that want to dance and pop and shake your ass all on TV, all you old women that want to be at the church, all you old women that want to be at the church, silly women laden with iniquity, calling on these false gods and all this different type of stuff. See, the plan is going to be done away with soon. Because people see these different things happening, but as long as it's not happening to them or in their household, they think they're in a good case. But it's going to come upon these people on a sudden, man. When they least expect it, the Most High is going to catch them off guard.
It says, then shall I call upon him, but I will not answer.
The Lord ain't going to answer none of these people because the Lord going to be like, well, what you did for me? Where you been at?
Yeah, they think the Lord is supposed to do everything for them. Nah, you draw near to the Most High. You don't draw near to you first. Because he's a superior.
Right.
And you're inferior. So why would the Lord make nah, it's other way. It says, they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
They shall seek me early. What does that mean? That means as soon as this shit changed up, then they're going to want to try to get right.
I think it says that Amos in their affliction, they shall seek me early. That's right.
Last,
Oh, it was 8, right?
I think it's called.
last verse.
Oh, yeah.
Take it to last verse. Hosea. Is it Hosea 5? Oh, yeah.
It's Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
And you want to come in the truth before it get crazy out here. You want to come in the truth before Jacob's trouble happens. Proverbs will say righteousness delivers from death. So you want to have repented, had you a pattern of good works, you know, got yourself mentally ready for the battle, storing up treasures in heaven,
You know.
getting this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in you so it can be a stability in night times.
It's in Hosea.
Because them days of pleasure, they about to be over. Just
Oh,
like
yeah,
when the fucking C-19 shit happened.
Yeah.
Them were somewhat days of no pleasure, but see, the Lord had it to where y'all were still able to go and grab liquor and things like that. So people were just in the house just chilling.
A little birth.
Right. But it's gonna come a time to where you ain't another shutdown, you ain't gonna be able to go and grab things like that. They're gonna start bringing stuff in because it could possibly be contaminated or this and that. So while them days of non-pleasure is coming, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Yeah, the Most High lead your ass. Most High get ghosts. It say, surely thou art a power that hideth himself. The Lord can have it to where his presence is not nowhere.
That's what the Lord did with Saul. He hid himself. And Saul didn't. He didn't acknowledge his offense. He didn't acknowledge that what he did was wrong. He did none of that. So the Lord forsook him. It says, "And seek my face, and their affliction they shall seek me early."
Yeah. In their afflictions they shall seek me early. Man, what I gotta do? Man, I need to start back watching those Hebrew Israelite videos. All that.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
There'll come a time soon where y'all won't be able to hear us speaking. They're gonna shut it all down. There ain't gonna be no food in the grocery store. And the so-called white man gonna show us horns.
What's coming out here is the spirit. It's like
It says,
All right now.
and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east, they shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
Yeah, so people gonna be trying to figure it out, man. They're gonna be going from BitChute to YouTube. I think they were saying Rumble. Let's go to Rumble. Odyssey. Oh, they used to be over here on 3rd Street. Yup. Go over there. I saw them there for years.
Back in the daily motion.
Yeah. They gonna be seeking for the word of the Lord and shall not find it, man.
He said, "I know."
Yeah.
They can always know everything.
He should, at least a little bit listen,
Yeah. And that's why Solomon said he found one man. But women, that woman,
Yes.
Come on, we gotta go. They don't know
let's
what
go.
we're talking about.
And they finna go over there to the crack to the spot, little boogie house.
Spot.
Like Pastor Hart said one time, he was like, when all hell breaks loose, it's gonna be men wanting the answers, man.
Yeah.
Women, they just gonna follow.
Tag them on. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
Yeah, so that's what we did. You know, you had watchmen. They would see particular things that could potentially, you know, happen. They'll blow the trumpet. You had trumpets that made certain noises out of the trumpets meant certain things. You had a trumpet for calling the people. You had a trumpet for high holy day. You had a trumpet for the moon, the new moon. All right, was the new moon is the Sabbath, right? And that's the beginning of the month. Holy convocation. All right, and then you had an alarm of war, as it say in Jeremiah.
It says, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Yeah, so if we tell somebody that, hey, look, Esau's finna come down with great wrath, if he don't prepare himself and get ready, when Esau come down with great wrath and killed him, he's gonna die because of what he did, because he didn't take heed. So his blood is gonna be upon himself. He ain't gonna have nobody to blame. Oh, well, it's because y'all, but nobody told me though. This happened because nobody gave me warning, nobody told me. He's trying to put the blood on somebody else.
Jake number one in the seven count. Jake would do that.
And he'd be the reason why he died.
And that's why the Lord got us out here, because even if you walk by and you hear us, that was your warning.
Yeah.
You brought it up. Somebody, you shall hear a word behind it, meaning they walked past.
Yeah, right.
They walked past, and it was hearing the word like, hey, man, this is the way, man. Teaching it is true.
Yep. And it says, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Yeah, see, you got to take warning. All right, y'all said what? Oh, this the names of the Lord? Oh, who is these people? Oh, those are Edomites? That's the wicked? Oh, man. And what is this over here? Oh, this is the MOTV. Oh, they going to put it in their hands? Yep. Oh, man. Oh, what's the name? And what's the name of the Lord? Oh, okay. When y'all gonna be out here next week? Oh, I'm gonna come out. Because I'm taking heed.
Because the word gives you the sense of direction.
Yeah.
For you not to do specific. In a time of famine, you're gonna know to do what? To trust in the Lord.
Yeah.
When they come with the Quran, you're gonna know not to take it. This book is an instruction manual. You know? When it comes to a time to when you're not able to pay certain things, you know, when it's all out chaos, you know, you go, oh, well, we gotta move. You ain't gonna take it to heart like, damn, man, I gotta stay here. It's gonna be like, look, man, the scripture saying, you know, we gotta be as pilgrims, you know. So the word of the Lord is an instruction manual, man, to have you move in a specific type of way, and the Lord guides you after that. But you got stubborn Jake, man, they don't want to take that warning, so they gonna fall for every trick in this man's book, you know.
They gonna be like in this. It's like, yeah.
I was gonna say they'll have no quote for their sin.
Yeah, that's hurt. Yeah, because they're gonna come in the spirit of Lot's sons-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they mocked law. They mocked Lot. They didn't take him serious. So that's how Jake is doing with the prophets.
Yeah.
It says, but if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take...
That's like a keyboard prophet.
Right.
You know, here it is. He see all this shit finna be happening, but he ain't out there teaching. He ain't doing no videos. All he doing is shaloming on everybody comment board. You know? Oh, edifying lesson, brother. Well received. You know? Yeah, you got it.
No, we're talking about a lot of the dudes that don't come out that just do. They most of the topics are about women. You know, Like you go on some dude's page, oh, the woman, she's supposed to be under the man. That's all they talk about. You know?
It's more to life than these fucking hoes, man.
It says, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will all fire at the watchman's hand.
Yeah, because you knew something was finna happen, but you didn't give them people warning. So their blood is gonna be on you. You know, like how you if a man go and commit murder, and he got a knife on him, and he stab somebody, and then they find him and he got blood and stuff on him, and it's a man that's dead. That man's blood is on you. So you're the reason. You will have to be the reason why he's dead. You know, his blood is on you. So that's just like you knowing this truth, but not out there on the highways and the byways giving the people warning. You know, you on the keyboard and all that. You know, you don't go out on the highways and the byways like Ramab said. You just got your little classes, and then you talking about women the whole damn time. You're not telling about the MOTB. You're not talking about Jacob's trouble. You're not talking about none of the major end time prophecy, wars. You're not warning the people about nothing. So when they die, you're gonna have a lot of blood on. You're gonna have a lot of blood on your hands.
Well, 10.
You're gonna be red-handed.
This is Isaiah 56:10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
Yeah, because you get a dog to alert you before intruders. You know, a dog, you know, especially a working dog, I say, if you got a working dog, he's set up to alert you when there's an intruder. You know, that's why, man, these two-spirit niggas, man. These two-spirit niggas, man.
Oh, they're wearing no shorts like that. Back there in our day, when we was talking about shorts was coming.
Halfway past the cat, the shin.
Yeah.
Get it says,
Man, what else?
Oh, about the dogs.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the dogs, you know, they're supposed to alert you if you have a working dog, meaning the dog that, because the Lord got every animal has a purpose.
Yep.
You know, the Lord made things with a purpose. So you have certain dogs that there's a spirit in them to be watchmen.
Mm-hmm.
You get you a German Shepherd. You get a Rottweiler. A Rottweiler. What is it? Moise. A pit bull, yeah. You know, certain working dogs, even certain poodles, a standard poodle. You know,
even a
hound dogs.
Even a chihuahua will bark at your goddamn door, man.
Yeah.
Somebody come up.
They hear something. That's it. It's on.
Hey, how you gonna say? So, you know, dogs supposed to be. They hear some shit out the door before you hear it.
Yeah.
You know, before somebody ring the doorbell, your dog is already supposed to be. You know.
They got a very sensitive smell.
Yeah, and their hearing is on a level. So that's what a dog is supposed to do, and that's like the verse he's going into. He's going into false prophets being dumb dogs, loving to slumber, loving to sleep. Why? Because they're at rest. They comfort. You got certain lap dogs that them motherfuckers don't move for nothing. But when they hear the food,
Junkyard dog.
Yeah.
Lazy dog. Okay, K9's the watchman.
It says, already again, it says, his watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark. Sleeping, lying down, loving the slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough.
Yeah. They passing that collection tray around at the church. Oh, we got the pastor's fund, and then we got the building fund, and then we got to raise some funds for the kids. They done passed that tray around 3 times on your ass. Dig deep now. Dig deep.
Yeah, I remember going to church back then. I used to never like going to church.
Yeah.
I used to go because I know I would get food.
Our children's church.
Yeah. Or you go to breakfast at church and you know what they got bacon. You want some bacon? Sausage? Bacon or sausage? Which one?
Afterwards, they do a little barbecue.
Uh-huh.
It's the third Sunday or something like that.
Pastor making his famous ribs.
Let's get that catfish fry.
Yeah. Shrimp, fish fry Fridays.
Yeah, I was see people like putting 100, 200 hours in there. Damn.
I used to go to church on my birthday just to collect money from my people.
Yeah.
And here, oh, you how old? And give you a $10 bill. You 10 here, you know?
That was a lot back then.
Yeah. That's how they go to these churches, they gimmicks, man. And then they had these churches that have 2-3 services, man. You go to all of them, and that collection plate passed around 2-3 days. That's your whole rent money, man, for the week. You know? He's a dog that cannot bark. It says, yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. They are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look
shepherd is a leader. You know, these people set up these leaders. They don't understand. You got a lot of people in the church that have walked past camps, that have came across this content online, and they go to their pastor, hey pastor, I came across these guys, and they said blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are Israelites, and I wrote some of these Bible verses down that they said. What does this mean? Right? You know what the pastor say? That's the Old Testament. Right. We under the New Covenant now. There's a lot of false prophets in the last days. There shall be in the last days there shall be perilous times. Men shall be lovers of their own flesh. You know? Grievous wolves not sparing the flock. So you gotta watch out for them. Them guys is wicked.
Yeah.
And then if you ain't of the elect, you be like, okay, pastor, because you look at him as the shepherd,
Right.
a leader,
Shepherd.
you know. These Moab, man, when Moab get back to washing them pots and all that shit, man, we gonna laugh at y'all.
Man.
They the main ones still out here wearing masks, man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy. The Moabites is arrogant. They proud as fuck. Every time I always think about what the bar said, they don't got fucking manners. They don't say excuse me.
Nah.
None of that shit.
They don't even have a word, I think, in that language.
Yeah.
I'll look for it.
In New York, you know, you live in New York. When you in New York, when you been there, the Moabites. When you in Manhattan, man, they bumping into you. Just you like, man, what the heck? They used to give me this stuff, man.
Yeah.
It says they all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter.
They look to their own way. They preach the truth according to what's beneficial for them in their church.
Part of that is what? They you know, you gotta, this is peaceable, you know, that peaceable doctrine that they come with. You know, this will work if you just believe and love this and that. They look toward their own
Love
way.
your neighbor. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor.
Yeah, and they do that, yeah. Turn to I got you, they do that shit, man. You know, they all look toward their own way, and it's only beneficial for them. Once they figure out how they can get the masses of the people to be zombies according to their will, that's what they go off of, man. Even these people like, well, pastor had a sermon today, it was lovely. You know, she gave a wonderful sermon today. It was very heartfelt. You know, it says, Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, a much more abundant. And they always prosper after. Tomorrow will be as this day, meaning they prospered off the first day. But hey, the next Sunday it's gonna be more abundant, man. You know?
Yeah. And it's nothing but women in them churches, man. Nothing but women in. And let me tell you the type of women. These is old ass hoes from back in the day. You know, they done changed their life. They got new friends at the church. They do the women's retreat. They do the women's meeting on Wednesday. You know what I mean? Some of them still secretly go to the bars. You feel me?
Wine cabinet at home, food.
Mm-hmm. And it's so much adultery in the churches, man. I've seen it. I done seen it. I done heard about it. Sex. They be having sex at church.
Yep.
I done heard stories. Oh, I fucked such and such in the bathroom. Yep.
Right. That's why you don't want to have a woman that really go to these churches on Sunday, man, because it's just a gateway to just adultery, man. You know, it ain't, like the brother said, it's all that in there, man. You know, I had a woman that went to the churches, and all you hear them is gossip about. Oh, they was dating this dude. They was talking to this dude.
Yeah.
Or the pastor was married to. It's just a whole bunch of madness, man.
And then the pastor want to have marriage counsel with your wife behind closed doors, just him and her.
We're gonna bring him in, and then y'all gonna do it separate so we can kind of figure out what's going on. I'm gonna talk to him first, and then you afterwards alone.
He in there with the woman for an hour. When you get in there, he in 2-3 minutes.
Sirach 9:9. Sit down at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline to her, and so through thy desire thou fall to destruction.
And that's what they do, man. Can you read that one more time?
Sirach 9:9, the Apocrypha. It reads, sit not at all with another man's wife.
And that's why, this world that Esau had is based on, he's just a friend. Ain't no such thing for a woman as he's just a friend, man. He's a man. That ain't supposed to happen. Why? And why did the Lord have that written? Is because what does it say? The Lord said it. Basically, it starts in the mind.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Because you got this pork chop pastor. Any man really look, and a lot of these women are revealing nowadays, man. They wear the tights and all that, see-through leggings, man. So you got this nigga staring at your woman, at her bosoms, her eyes, and you look lovely today, yeah.
They boost them titties up out of that shirt.
Together, get that line.
So that's why the Lord written that is to do what? To do away with a problem, man. Because adultery is the sin of what? Of death, man. And how do you make the people feel about putting that adultery, them two that committed adultery to death, man? But does that go on out here?
Hell,
the scriptures talk about jealousy is the rage of a man. But when you get that Esau, when you do something like that, Esau puts you in a prison and calls it murder, man.
exactly.
BS, man.
It says, nor sit down with her in thy arms.
Right.
What this verse is talking about, you don't be hanging out with another man, woman. Don't be going to the club, to the bar,
Be drinking
with her.
and shit.
Because we've all, had women, and once they get to drinking and they get to touching on you and leaning on your shoulder, and they get silly drunk too. Titties showing out. Oh, is my nipple showing? Here, look at my ass. Is my panties showing?
Right.
My dress short? If I bend over, can you see my ass? They be doing shit like that.
Yep.
Shaking their ass, bouncing the titties, shaking that ass. And then you drunk, She may say some shit like, if I wasn't married, I'd blow you off right now.
Yep.
If I wasn't married.
She still might.
They just say that to
world we
see
live
your
in.
reaction.
Yeah, that's the world we live in, man. That's why Paul mentioned about what? You having trouble in the flesh dealing with a woman. and for some brothers you have women and some brothers don't. You know.
It says, and spend not that money with her at the bar.
Yep. Oh, let me buy you a drink.
Oh,
You know.
No, like T-Baby song.
Yeah.
and these bitches is wine bibbers. Man, they're not turning down no drink.
That's why a lot of the women, you know, they be getting their fucking drinks spiked, man. They go out, don't be getting no. I'll tell my boy one time, you go out, man, don't get no fucking, don't let nobody buy your ass a drink, man.
I had to tell this bitch. So I went to that spot we be going to, the bowling alley.
Yeah, yeah.
And she wanted a drink. I went over there. We was playing pool. Went over there and got her a drink. And I came back and I told her, I was like, if I was a scandalous ass person, I could have spiked your drink. And I told her, hey, how you doing? I said, don't never, you know, women we deal with, we don't tell them the truth a lot of times, but wisdom do come out of us, you know? And I told her, don't have no man just go to the bar and get you a drink and bring it to you. You don't know, nigga, them motherfucker that put some shit in that drink.
They got the drops and shit.
Yeah.
They rate drugs.
Yep, them drops, yep, they rate, put them drinks in there, you drinking, you having a good time, man, they drink strong up here. And then next thing you know it,
It's carried out.
next thing you know, you waking up in somebody's bed. Pussy sore.
Yep. Or if she get like a crazy dude, end up in like a cage or something.
Uh-huh. Chop her body up.
Yeah, them type of dudes, you know.
You took her to a cave.
Damn.
Man, that's wow.
It says, lest thy heart incline to her, so through thy desire thou shalt fall into destruction.
Yeah, adultery, because adultery, your heart inclined to her. You like, man, she do look good. Man, fuck. Yeah, don't be chilling with no another man, woman. And then if it's the Sabbath day, I ain't gonna hit. I'm cool. No. Bros and tried that and failed.
Yeah.
You know, bros and tried that and failed. So if it's a Sabbath day, don't even hang out with the bitch.
Right. This is Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and adulteress shall surely be put to death.
That puts away evil. That's why, you know, you get Job 9:24. That's why a lot of things still go on to this day, because nothing is being punished. You know, we saw let something like that go down, and then that shit, you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
See, it's a difference between man and woman. Women are supposed to be jealous.
Right.
Jealousy is the rage of a man. We got the characteristics of the Heavenly Father and the Son.
Yeah.
You know? So when a man sees his woman, and it's a natural reaction, it's in it. When a man sees his woman commit adultery on him, or he's heard of that, the natural instinct of a man is to get jealous, just like how the Heavenly Father is with us when the men of Israel, or Israel period, when we do what? When we go and worship other gods, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's spiritual fornication and adultery. So what does the Lord do? He instantly gets jealous, man. All right? So that's why we're in the predicament that we're in right now. But even out in the world, us men, our natural instinct is to get jealous, man. Because that's not how stuff is supposed to be.
And it also further says that he that committeth adultery lacketh understanding. And the understanding that he lacketh is that adultery is a sin unto death. That's
Right.
man. That's a heavy judgment.
Right. Jake in the world think that's like a light thing.
No. That's very heavy. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it?
That's why adultery is really not really looked upon this place. LGBTQP community isn't really looked upon this place, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. That's why the Lord set up the judges, man. You know, Lord willing we be the elect. The Lord set up the judges because we're spewing out you know, if you don't get right, what's going to happen. But when the Lord actually gives us that power to execute the judgment,
Oh, man.
it's going to be a wrap for a lot of people out here, man. It's going to be over.
Execute the judgment, Rick.
Yeah. That, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash.
Honors to apostles and great millstone, word of times of truth. Peace, love, blessings, salutations to you, Akim. That's part of the house of David. To you, spiritual sisters, shalom to you too. Another week at camp, Lord willing, y'all will edify the spirit and power behind Bahasham. Now, shout out to next week. Shalom and death to America, man.
Shalom.
Nice, brother. Very nice.